Hi everyone, this is Jay Beeks and welcome to Sustainability Leadership 3. Our resources for this last of this series of 3 leadership courses are still going to be the Weiss book, An Introduction to Leadership, and Singh's book, The Fifth Discipline. And again, we are fortunate to have Dr. Guzara providing the weekly lectures for this course. As you all know, our first course focused on knowing yourself. Our second course was on understanding others, and for this course our focus is on initiating and sustaining change. So for those of you that have been in management, have been connected closely with management structures, you're all too familiar with change, and you know that this is really what management is all about, essentially. A few notes on this course. The time commitment for this 2-unit course is roughly 12 hours per week. And the other pertinent information you'll need can be found in the syllabus as well as in the course in the left-hand maroon navigational panel in the course. As in previous courses, DQ postings are due on day 4. The assignments and replies are due on day 7. And day 1 of this course happens to be on Monday, March 13th. So in order to initiate and sustain change, we're going to be examining the need for a reinforcing cycle to support a continuous improvement process. We will also be discussing the need for a sense of urgency in order to implement change, and we will be identifying the necessary forms of communication for change implementation. And importantly, we will see how it is important to empower others to act, to sort of carry the flag of change for us beyond the initial actions that we're involved with, and how we can turn this over to others to carry on the good work that we've started initially. A lot of our material comes from the Weiss book and from the lectures. However, I do hope that you will all be drawn to the readings in Singh's book, which is one I'm particularly drawn to, as it applies more specifically to sustainability and this connection with leadership. I have been especially impressed, I would say, by Singh's connection with leadership, the information age, and modern problems with the natural sciences influence in these areas. So, as an example, Singh points out that, and we'll see this in chapter 12 of the Fifth Discipline, that there's a connection between organizations and living systems. In fact, organizations, businesses, agencies, the like, are actually considered to be a living organism, a living system. And with a lot of complexity, a lot of complex interactions that are all parts and are all influenced in the inner workings of the system. I think you're going to find that chapter 12 to be particularly interesting when you get to that. By week 6 of this course, however, you're going to be creating a final paper that is intended to establish the leadership foundation for your capstone project. I don't want you to worry too much about this. It's a building as you go process. We'll be building this paper during week 1 and week 3 and then culminating by the end of week 5, but it's not a process that occurs overnight. As a final note, I will be reaching out to you again in week 2 with a phone call invitation, or this can be a Skype invitation, or it can be a Google Hangout invitation, whichever you like. And we could talk about any questions that you have or any concerns and so on that you may have at that time. You'll have a little bit of time to think about it before then. So again, welcome to this 3rd of the course of the leadership series, and I look forward to interacting with you all over the next 6 to 7 weeks.